This is Tony with dailyrazor.com. In this video, we're going to show you how to deploy a WAR file on Tomcat in a shared web hosting environment. So basically, the steps are pretty simple. First of all, you need to sign up for a Java web hosting service with Tomcat support. So if you don't have one, you can head on over to dailyrazor.com to sign up for one. Second, you have to have a Java web application. It can be a JSP application, a JSF application, server, Java servlets application. You have to compile your application into a .war file. Now, once you have your .war file ready, you have to deploy that WAR file onto your Tomcat instance that is already set up in the web hosting environment. So in this tutorial, we will be showing you how to do that through Tomcat Manager, as well as through an FTP client like FileZilla. And also, we're going to test to see if the .war file was deployed successfully. And if it was deployed successfully, then congratulations, you've just deployed your first Tomcat WAR file on a Tomcat server. So without further ado, let's jump in. The first thing is to sign up for a Java web hosting service if you don't have one. If you already have one, then you can skip this step. If you don't have one, you can head on over to dailyrazor.com. Put your mouse over the Java hosting tab, select the Java web hosting plans to sign up for one. There are several plans on there. You have the shared Tomcat plan and you have the private Tomcat plan. The difference between the shared Tomcat and the private Tomcat is that with the shared Tomcat, you don't have your own private Tomcat instance. So basically, whenever you upload your WAR file, you have to open up a support ticket for the support team to restart Tomcat so that your WAR file can deploy. But on a private Tomcat server, you can basically upload your WAR file, restart Tomcat, and get your WAR file deployed. So in this instance, we're just going to sign up for a private. You can sign up for a private Tomcat plan. You can sign up for the cheapest one right here. When signing up, you have three options for your domain name. If you don't already have a domain name, you can register for one. If you have an existing domain name that you would like to transfer over to dailyrazor.com, you can select the transfer your domain from another registrar option. If you have a domain name already registered, but you want to keep it at your current registrar, you can select the I will use my existing domain and update my name servers. So what this means is that once you get your new hosting account information, we will be providing you with our private DNS server names. Then you can go to your domain registrar and do that update. So in this case, I'll use my existing domain name and I'll call it tests one, whatever. I already have an account set up, so I'm just going through this process to walk you through the process. So, there are different pricing options, plus you get a 15% discount. I'm just going to select the 1 month option here. I'm going to select the Tomcat version I want. So you see, as you can see here, there are different Tomcat versions with different JDK versions. So I'm going to select, how about Tomcat 9 with JDK 1.11. Okay, so I'm going to continue. I'm going to check 15% discount code automatically applied. I'm going to check to make sure everything is all right. Everything looks good. So I'm going to check out. And during the checkout, I'm already logged into my account. I'm going to apply. I have credits on the account that I can apply. Then I'm going to complete the order. Just click on the complete the order. Once you complete the order, within depending on the time of the day, but normally within 24 hours, you will get all your account setup information to your email address. Okay, so here I've received my account information. So as you can see here, I have two emails here. One is my account login information. The other one is letting me know that my Tomcat has been configured. The first email here. So once I get this, I'm looking at my domain name is right here. Okay. I'm looking at my billing cycle, the amount I've paid. It's showing me my username and my password. This is how I can access the control panel. So let's take a quick look at my control panel here to show you what it looks like. Okay. If I go to the control panel, I put in my username, put in my password. Log in. So this is what my control panel looks like. Okay. Okay, I don't like the look of this. I can always change. I can always change the style. Okay, I kind of prefer it dark. Okay, so I go back here. So this is what the control panel looks like basically. Okay, so this is my control panel. This is where I set up, my email accounts. I can access my billing information, my file manager, my databases, WordPress. There's so much I can do here. SSL certificate. So this is what a control panel looks like. Okay, so control panel is looking good. I'm gonna go back to my email. Okay. Here is my temporary URL to test things out. But you see, when we're dealing with Tomcat, we need a domain name. So it's good that I already have a domain name configured for this. Okay. Okay. Tomcat information. Okay, so this looks good, right? I'm gonna go to my Tomcat email, and here it's gonna give me my private Tomcat information. It's gonna let me know how to log into Tomcat Manager. So here, let me check Tomcat Manager out. Okay, hold on. I have to copy this, save it. Okay, so I got my username, password. So let's look at Tomcat Manager right here. Username. Okay, Tomcat Manager is loading up. While that is loading up, let me look at every other thing. Okay, and I have some instructions here, 2 ways to deploy my my applications using FTP and Tomcat Manager. And basically, this is what we'll be going through right now. Okay, so this is Tomcat Manager, as you can see. Everything looks good. It's showing that I have one session. Okay, so now let's get to the fun stuff. The fun stuff is we're going to deploy. I'm going to show you first of all how we deploy with Tomcat Manager. Okay, so now remember I said earlier you have to have your application packed into a WAR file. I've already done that. I have a WAR file. So all I need to do is to come here and deploy my WAR file. Okay, now if you want your WAR file to deploy at the root instance of your domain, so what that means is this is my domain name right here. Okay, this right here is my domain name. Okay, right now, as you can see, there's no application on here. That's why you're seeing this error message. So this is telling me that my domain, my hosting, is properly configured for Tomcat, and as you can see, the Tomcat version is 9.0. Okay, so if I want my application to come up once someone goes to test.mytrialwebhosting.com, I have to name that WAR file root.war. Okay, that's what I have to name it. So, and that is what I've done. So I have a WAR file here, okay, called root.war, right? So now this is what I'm going to deploy. So I'm going to go to my Tomcat Manager, okay? I'm going to come to where it says, you see where it says right here, deploy, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the file that I want to deploy. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so that file is selected. I'm going to click on deploy. So Tomcat Manager is going to pull that file from my system, basically, and deploy the file. Okay, so as you can see, my application has been deployed. Okay, so if we go over back now to this page, my trial test1.mytrialwebhosting.com, and we reload this page, now we see it's showing us hello world. So this is the sample JSP application in that WAR file that has been successfully deployed. And I can test here. These are like links on that page. I can test to test the JSP and also to test the servlet. Okay. Okay. So the JSP is functioning well. Hello.jsp, as you can see. To test the servlet, this is the output of the Hello World application. Hello World application. Hello.servlet. So basically, that is it. That is how you deploy a WAR file on a shared web hosting environment such as Daily Razor. Now, you can also, let me say you have a big, huge WAR file and you don't want to go through the process of deploying it through a Tomcat Manager. Another option that you can do is to basically upload the WAR file to your server using an FTP. So let's go back to Tomcat Manager. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Tomcat Manager right here. Okay, you see the application I deployed, Hello World. It's at the root instance, and that's why it's slash right here, and it is running. So what I'm gonna do now is I want to stop this application. Okay, I want to undeploy this application. Okay, so once I undeploy this application, it's out of the server. If you go back to that page and we reload this page, you can see there's nothing there. So now what we're going to do is to open up FTP, an FTP client. We will be using FileZilla to go into the server and look at how we can upload the WAR file directly to the server. So in that case, we have to go back to our account login information email that we received from dailyrazor.com. We're going to scroll down, see where it says we have our username, our password. We're going to look for the server IP address. I'm going to copy that. Okay. I'm going to fire up my FileZilla right here. Under the host name, I'm going to put in my IP address. Under the username, I have my username right here. Okay. And under the password, I have my password right here. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly connect. I don't want to save it. Okay, it's gonna give me this is some kind of SSL certificate notice. I'm just gonna accept it. Okay, boom, I'm in the server right now. Okay, now that I'm logged in, I'm on my root. I can see my Tomcat folder. That is where I want to go if for anything to deploy my WAR files, or all the Java related codes goes into that folder. So I click on that. I open up my web apps. Under the web apps, see, I can see my domain name. Given that you can host multiple domain names with Daily Razor on your Java hosting account, so if you had other domain names, you're going to see them right here. Okay, so I'm going to click on this domain name. As you can see, there's nothing there because we undeployed the WAR file previously. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to deploy this WAR file that I have. Okay, bring that up. Okay, so this is the WAR file right here. Okay, okay, so I've transferred it to the server successfully. So what I want to do now is to restart my Tomcat. By restarting my Tomcat, Tomcat will pick up the changes, okay, and deploy the WAR file. So if I go here, as you can see, so what happened now is that once I uploaded that WAR file, Tomcat deployed it automatically. Okay, now if Tomcat hadn't deployed it automatically, all I would have done was go back to my control panel, scroll all the way down to where we have right here where it says software. You see where it says restart private Tomcat. I would have come here to restart my private Tomcat. So what I would have done if Tomcat hadn't deployed the WAR file automatically, I would have come here and just clicked on restart Tomcat. And once I restart Tomcat, Tomcat will recycle and that WAR file will be deployed automatically. So let's look and see what's going on the page itself. So as you can remember, when we came here, we put the root.war. Okay, so if I refresh this right now, you can see there's a root folder now. Okay, and in that root folder, you see, this is what's going on now. We have the hello.jsp files, and you have the different classes, everything deployed. Now, this is the servlet that we ran, the hello, this servlet right here. That's it. Okay, so hope this was helpful. So as you can see, it's rather very easy to deploy your WAR file, your Java application WAR file on a shared web hosting environment with a company like Daily Razor. You can do that easy. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can always send us an email at support@dailyrazor.com. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.